Yo guys, welcome back. Slater here with a new Kingsroad guide and with our best friend Gaspar. Let's talk about gear and enhancement. I see a lot of people not sure about enhancements or gear and ask why my skills look different from their, why my poison do AoE damage and stuff. So I will let you know why. First, you have 6 pieces of gear, 2 offensive and 4 defensive. You want to concentrate and get your offensive gears to higher rarity first to get the maximum attack power, and you want to concentrate your enhancement on your defensive gear to get the right enhancement for your skills. As you see, I'm still use this nice piece of gear with a turning kick plus, because I doesn't able to get another gear with turning kick plus after hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reforging. So let's see how we do it. First you need a few pieces of gear. Let's see, I will craft some 7th gear. And one tip for you, if you don't want to waste too much RP on camps to get the stuff to craft, you can get some from your Alliance shop. As you see, you can buy all of the materials for a tier, for tier 4 or even for tier 5, so you can buy some and craft your gear without using RP. So after we got some gear, let's see how we reforge it. First we go to the gear we want to reforge, select it and reforge it. It is this easy. You see, you got some enhancement for one of your skill. Second tip, you don't have to use the gear of the same class, and you don't even have to use the same type. So as you see, I can use my knight gear to reforge my assassin's gear, or I can even use an off piece without a set effect and still able to reforge it. And the third tip, you don't have to use a fresh piece, but you can use your already forged piece to reforge another one. You know, no waste man. You can recycle this piece of scraps. And fourth tip, if you lucky and not like me, then you lock your gear if you got the right enhancement on it. Like you see, I have an ambush plus, and if I want, I can lock it. But first you can check if you have a gear with the same. You see, I have a headpiece with it, but I don't have the armor piece, so I can lock it if I want, and I won't sell it when I sell gears. If you have some higher rarity gear like epic or legendary without the right enhancement and you want to save them, you can use hardeners to reroll them. Like I have this with the distraction skill, but I don't use. If I want, I can reroll it with these hardeners. So you just go and you got another useless and another one, so you can reroll them, but I don't really recommend it to use the defensive pieces. It's better if you use it in your weapons to get the right enchantment and another bonuses like penetration power or attack power even. So we know about gear, enhancements, reforging, rerolling bonuses now, but what are the best enhancement you can go for? Let's see for the assassin first. Skullbash, of course you want it as turning kick plus, like you want it really bad. I only have one, but I have another secret tip for you guys. If you liked the video and subscribe to my channel, you can get the best possible enhancement for your gears. Come on. So let's see about the other skills. Ambush. You want this weaken enhancement. It's good for a fast burst. You wanna use it before your highest hitting skill. You see I have it on 2 pieces of gear. Poison plus. You definitely want the stacking poison to increase your attack power, and poison plus is pretty good. It creates a poisonous cloud, stack poison faster and do AoE damage against multiple enemies, like in the Beyond the Wall content or Wormbox. It works pretty good. Dagger throw, I don't really recommend to use it. I don't use it, at least. You can try if you want. Ignite plus, the same as poison. The plus gives AoE damage. The other enhancement is good too. Attack power and critical strike damage, you want them for sure. Cutting, mutilation. You want to save them. At least I'm not using it now, but maybe for other builds in the future I will. And you see I have a lot of enhancements saved to try different builds and testing. Retreat, I don't really use it, don't really recommend it, not really worked well for me. And agile movement, same as retreat, I don't really use it. You can get some critical hit rate, but you can get some from the Knight's boost morale plus or the Salesword's roar, and I don't think we need that much buff, but you can save at least 1 or 2 if you got. Let's see about the other 2 class. For the Knights, I don't really recommend shoulder charge. You can use it if you get the plus enhancement early, but you don't really use it that much at later game or in the end game. Pommel strike is the same as shoulder charge. Charge stab, you can use it. It's pretty good in damage. If you got the plus, you can use it. Repostance, you see I have it on my weapon and I can't reroll it right now, but I don't really use the parry build or never used it. You can't really use it against world bosses or dungeon bosses, or even can't use it against human enemies in the latest Wormbox stages, so I think it's pretty useless for endgame content. Ignite weapon, same as for the assassin. You want to use all the enchantment you can get. I still wasn't able to get any plus enchantment on it, but you want to boost the ignite weapon on your knight, because the knight built for burn your artifact, the Dark Sister, which is the knight artifact. Mostly it's designed for knights. You need the burn damage. Pound. I never used this, to be honest. It's only looks good against normal enemies, and it's pretty useless against non-human monsters, in my opinion. Slashes plus is the knight highest hitting skill, so you definitely want the plus enchantment on it. But the other two with that damage and all that stuff is pretty useless, in my opinion. And boost morale plus. It's a pretty good skill, and maybe the only one buffing skill for the knight. You definitely wanna use this. With the plus enchantment you gain fighting spirit immediately, so you can use your slash after, and you can get a quick and high burst damage. And you want the critical rate and critical strike damage buff too. The first enchantment isn't really necessary, in my opinion. And at last, let's see the SAS word. Fury. To be honest, I never was a fan of daze damage and not really used it. Earth Strike, it's the best in my opinion. I not locked my Earth Strike plus gear and sold it, so definitely lock your gear once you get the right enchantment, as I you. You can use the Pulverize too and Shockwave too, but it's not that necessary, and you can still use this skill even without the plus enchantment, so use it. A Roar, it's a pretty good buffing skill. You can increase your damage for you and your team members, so you definitely wanna use it in co-op content. And you want this enchantment for sure. You can increase your allies' critical hit rate and for yours. The lifesteal isn't necessary, as the plus enchantment you are good with only the berserk. Violent charge, I don't like to use it and don't really recommend it. Ignite weapon is the same as for assassin and knight. It's a pretty good AoE damage, good for most of the endgame content, so definitely save the gears with the enchantments. Whirlwind stash. I don't like to use it or recommend it. It seems pretty slow, but you can try it for yourself if you are a salesword main and like to test things. Merciless Strike, the same with the plus enchantment, and without it you have to charge this skill. It's pretty slow and the enemy cancel it easily, so you can try it, but I don't recommend it. And Rampage, it gives you a pretty high attack power increase, but you can only use your light attacks and combos, so it's not really good or optimal for record runs in dungeons or something like that, but you can try. This was the recommendations for the enhancement for all classes. I guarantee you guys, if you get the right enhancement for the right skills, you can beat every content, even under the recommended momentum. Okay, I think I told you guys everything about gear and enhancement, but if you have any questions left, let me know about it in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more Game of Thrones Kingsroad content every week or almost every day. Have a nice day and peace.